This will be the only crypto video you'll ever need. And this won't be a basic overview like all other popular YouTube videos. All of that stuff is worthless. Today, you'll be diving into the hidden gems nobody else is talking about. We'll cover absolutely everything you need to know to make the most amount of money humanly possible. And since 99% of all coins are going to zero, we'll exclude all shitcoins like Turbo, Shiba, Bonk, Pepe, Giga, Fartcoin, Ethereum. And at the end of this video, I'll even reveal my own personal favorite that is sure to make thousands of crypto millionaires in the next few months. So make sure to stick around if you want to be able to afford the really good toilet paper. So you've probably heard your favorite YouTubers say that Dogecoin is just a meme coin and that you shouldn't invest in it. This is one of the biggest lies in the entire crypto market. With Dogecoin being the 7th largest cryptocurrency in the entire world, with a market cap of more than $50 billion, it would be pretty damn stupid to act as if it was just a meme coin. The truth is that Doge is way deeper than the average meme coin like Pepe, Bonk, or even Trump coin. So listen very carefully, because I'm going to reveal the deepest secrets everyone has been hiding from you. So it is true that Dogecoin was built around the Doge internet meme. And rather than making a new consensus mechanism, the developers reused existing code from Litecoin and changed some numbers. But did you know that when mining Dogecoin in the early days, you wouldn't get a specific amount of Doge, like for example when mining Bitcoin? You would get wildly varying amounts of Doge, basically a lottery ticket. Dogecoin added 1 block every minute to the mining pool, and the reward would be anywhere up to 500,000 Doge splitted along all miners. With the current price of Dogecoin, that would be up to $150,000 a minute. And what most people don't know is that you could actually use Dogecoin on popular platforms like Reddit and Twitter for tipping content creators. The Dogecoin community even raised $50,000 for the Jamaican bobsled team and another $55,000 for NASCAR driver Josh Wise's car. And with Elon Musk joining that community, they might have the funniest and most loyal community of all cryptocurrencies. However, there is one dark secret that you probably don't know, and that is that Doge will continue to add 1 block of Dogecoin every minute, forever. But rather than a random amount, it's now a fixed amount of 10,000 Dogecoin for each block. That's 5 billion Doge added every year. And that makes the supply of Dogecoin basically infinite, making the coin worthless. Although this might be less of a problem in the future, since the pool of Dogecoin is always increasing, which means that the inflation rate continues to get smaller, and that might stabilize Dogecoin's purchasing power in the future. And if you thought that that was a scam, wait until you see all the scams that are happening right now with our next coin on this list. And remember that I'll also reveal my personal favorite at the end of this video, so you can finally tell your dad to stop grabbing all the free pens from work. So you probably know Solana from all the meme coins that are created through it. Or maybe you saw someone getting scammed through a Solana meme coin rug pull. But with a market cap of over $130 billion and a price increase of over 27,000% in just a few years, this might be the most popular cryptocurrency at the moment. And you might think that it is already too late to invest in Solana, but nothing could be further from the truth. So pay close attention, because I'm about to expose all the secrets that top YouTubers don't want you to know. So Solana is basically all about speed. It's the fastest of all cryptocurrencies, and while Bitcoin has a transaction speed of 7 transactions per second, Solana can do up to 65,000 transactions. But Bitcoin is king, right? That's even 13 times more than the 5,000 transactions MasterCard can do. So what makes them so fast and cheap? Most people don't know this, but it's through their consensus mechanism. And this is actually crucial to understand, so I'll quickly explain the basics to you before your head explodes like a piñata. So a consensus mechanism is basically how everyone agrees what the blockchain should be. And Solana uses a new system called proof of history. Other blockchains have the problem that everyone must agree on the exact time a transaction happens. This means that all these computers need to communicate with each other until everyone is happy with the chosen time. Now, Solana has found a solution to this problem. They add a note with the timestamp into their initial transaction. Then they let the transaction happen immediately and let all the computers agree on that timestamp after the transaction already went through, making the transactions much faster. And what you absolutely can't forget is that people can also use Solana for decentralized finance and NFTs. And if you think that Solana could make you a lot of money, just wait until you see the infinite potential of the next one on this list. You'll finally be able to stop buying groceries with a calculator in your hand. So XRP made thousands of people millionaires this year. It is by far the most talked about cryptocurrency at this moment. And in just 3 months, its price went from $0.5 to $3, making it the 3rd biggest cryptocurrency with a market cap of $170 billion. And this could only be the beginning. If XRP's project succeeds, it could easily overtake Ethereum and Bitcoin, making it the single biggest cryptocurrency in the entire world. So if you want to make a lot of money in crypto, you should definitely pay close attention to what I'm about to say. One of the biggest problems with traditional bank systems today is that they rely on a network with high fees and long processing times. Some international payments can even take up to 5 days. But this is exactly why XRP might make us all millionaires.
Go ahead, come on, make it.
So in 2012, a company called Ripple came to solve this problem using RippleNet. This network allows banks to make payments instantly with very low fees using XRP. Banks are becoming increasingly interested in this network, and as of today, several billion transactions have taken place on it. If RippleNet becomes the network that banks use in the future, everyone will be forced to use XRP. And what most people don't know is that unlike Dogecoin, which adds new coins every minute, XRP actually burns a small amount of its coins with each transaction, making the remaining XRP more valuable over time. And while RippleNet is a phenomenal project, the next coin on this list might be even more unique. Make sure to keep watching so you can finally pay for a DNA test to prove your dad was right about you being a mistake. So I know that I called Ethereum a shitcoin, but there is something that you absolutely need to know if you want to make money in crypto, and you'll see exactly why in a minute. So make sure you don't miss it. Ethereum is an open-source blockchain technology that allows users to create decentralized applications. dApps. The D standing for decentralized and not for dick. That means that any dApps deployed on the Ethereum network don't require any other third party to go through. So what makes Ethereum so unique and so interesting for investors? Ethereum uses something called smart contracts. A smart contract is basically a contract that is self-executing and cannot be changed once it is deployed. Imagine that you and your friend want to play Fortnite until 5 and that the winner gets $100. You would outline that in a smart contract, and then you would both deposit $100 into it. And after you destroyed your friend, the smart contract would automatically give you the $200. With a smart contract, it's impossible to get scammed.
There's a way to trick your brain thinking there's salt in your mouth. You have to pretend you have an imaginary salt shaker and you're shaking it in your mouth. Okay, funny.
But Ethereum also gets a lot of hate. The downside of Ethereum is that it is really slow and expensive. Basically the opposite of Solana we talked about earlier. While Solana can handle up to 65,000 transactions per second, Ethereum can only handle 15. But people seem to forget that they are trying to fix this, and that an update called the Merge achieved to make Ethereum way more efficient by cutting its energy use by 99.95%. And on top of that, you can't forget that Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency, and that many new coins actually use the Ethereum blockchain to get started. So before I reveal my personal favorite, one that could literally make you thousands of dollars, let's quickly run through these last 4 cryptocurrencies. And don't worry, I'll speed it up, but pay close attention. There are some hidden traps that could mean the difference between you making a lot of money or losing it all this crypto cycle. So Cardano is mostly known for its safety. Every update or feature has to undergo multiple tests before implementation, but this also makes improvements slower. Cardano aims to improve issues like slow transaction speeds and high fees on older blockchains, like Ethereum. And what you absolutely must know is that Cardano also aims to solve real-life problems in developing countries. Cardano already partnered with Ethiopia to create a blockchain-based system for verifying academic records for 5 million students and teachers, making it easier for students to prove their qualifications and eliminating fraudulent academic records. Most people don't know that all these different blockchains actually can't communicate with the outside world. So here's where Chainlink comes into play. Chainlink uses oracles to get real-world data, like for example current stock prices, and makes them understandable for smart contracts on the blockchain. It's basically a bridge between the blockchain and the outside world. And the people who provide the data for Chainlink are getting paid in Link tokens. So you might know BNB from Binance, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges. But BNB can actually do way more than most people think. The initial concept was simple. The more BNB you hold, the less trading fees you need to pay on Binance. However, 2 years later, it moved away from Ethereum's network and decided to make its own blockchain, the BNB chain, basically a competitor of Ethereum. But what nobody is telling you is that the BNB chain has lower transaction fees and that it is even faster than Ethereum's network. But it's not all good. The BNB chain is said to be a copycat of Ethereum's network, and it's primarily used for less serious projects with a lower budget. BNB's total supply started at 200 million tokens, but Binance intends to reduce the supply to 100 million tokens, which would make the existing BNB more valuable. So you probably know that Bitcoin is the world's first cryptocurrency. But after seeing all these other coins with spectacular features like building smart contracts and creating meme coins, you might ask yourself what Bitcoin is able to do. Well, basically nothing. You can send Bitcoin from one person to another person like every other coin, but it's very slow and expensive. However, that's exactly what makes it so valuable. Most of these other cryptocurrencies might have more features, but they are giving up some sort of security and decentralization to be able to do this. This makes Bitcoin the most secure and decentralized cryptocurrency of them all. And with a limited supply of 21 million Bitcoins, it's often referred to as digital gold and a store of value. Now it's time to reveal my personal favorite, the cryptocurrency that could potentially become the biggest in just a few years. But before I dive in, remember that this isn't financial advice and that you should always do your own research. So with its ambitious goals, rising interest from banks, and the potential for global use, my pick is XRP. And if you want to stay updated on all things crypto related, make sure to subscribe. And please let me know your top pick in the comments.